In America, there's a company more powerful than Google, richer than the biggest banks, and more influential than the US government itself. A company so quiet, so invisible, that most Americans don't even know its name. It controls the homes you buy, the companies you work for, the news you consume, the banks you trust, the money you invest, and even how the government reacts during a crisis. This company is not the White House, not the Federal Reserve, not Congress. Its name is BlackRock. And tonight, you're about to discover how BlackRock quietly bought America. Not with guns, not with politics, but with algorithms, data, and money. This is the story they never wanted you to hear. In 1988, a small group of financial analysts sat in a cramped Manhattan office with an idea. What if we build a company that can predict financial risk better than anyone? That small idea turned into something monstrous. Today, BlackRock controls over $10.5 trillion. Yes, trillion, with a T. To understand how huge that is, it's bigger than the GDP of every country except the US and China. It's bigger than Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Tesla combined. It controls more money than the US federal budget. BlackRock didn't just grow, it expanded into every corner of the American economy, silently. Most people think BlackRock is just a financial company. Wrong. BlackRock's real power comes from a machine, a super intelligent AI called Aladdin. Inside a heavily guarded data center, Aladdin monitors every stock, every bond, every real estate transaction, every mortgage, every market crash, every global event, every bank, every movement of money, every pattern in the world economy. Aladdin runs 10,000 plus supercomputers, processing billions of data points every second. If the global financial system is the matrix, Aladdin is its central brain. And here's the terrifying part. Aladdin doesn't just watch the world. It decides how the world moves. It can shift billions of dollars in milliseconds. It can predict recessions before governments notice. It can crash or stabilize markets instantly. Using Aladdin, BlackRock gained something no one else has: the ability to see the future of money and control it. In 2020, when Americans were losing their jobs and homes, BlackRock was quietly buying entire neighborhoods. Imagine this. You're trying to buy your first home. You offer $280,000. The seller seems interested. Suddenly, BlackRock offers $350,000 in cash. You lose. This wasn't a one-time thing. It happened across Texas, Arizona, controlled by one private company. In 2008, when the American financial system collapsed, who did the US government call for help? BlackRock. In 2020, when COVID crashed the markets, who managed the Federal Reserve's $4 trillion recovery? BlackRock. Imagine that. A private company was given control of the US economic presence. A democracy outsourcing its economy to an algorithm. A government being guided by a corporation. BlackRock owns shares in almost every major American media company. This means the news you read, the experts you hear, the stories that get published, the stories that get buried, are all influenced by a company that benefits from staying invisible. If a company becomes too powerful, the media usually exposes it. But when the media is partially owned by the same company, silence becomes the safest choice. That's why most Americans have never heard of BlackRock. It's not an accident. It's by design. BlackRock's long-term vision is not a mystery. It's already happened. Heavy checkmark Americans can't buy homes. Heavy checkmark rent prices are rising every day. Heavy checkmark corporations buying homes. Heavy checkmark retirement money controlled by one. Heavy checkmark data tracked by one data. Heavy check mark companies influenced by share. Heavy check mark government rely on one financial. The future BlackRock is ill. You will own nothing, and companies will own everything. You will live in a house owned by them, drive a car financed by them, work at companies influenced by them, have savings invested by them, watch media influenced